Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Michael and I love to run, and I'm training currently for the Richmond Marathon and the Hesbaye Half Marathon in Belgium. It's been about a year since I started running. I began running in June of 2024. We are now June of 2025. That makes a year. So we will go over, well, personally, I just wanted to share 6 important things that I've learned throughout the past year that I want to share with you guys. So yeah, let's just get it rocking and rolling. I have a little notepad written down with the 6 topics on here, but it's just going to be raw, off the dome, supportive commentary, I suppose. Okay, these are necessarily no order, or maybe they are, but this is just how I wrote them down. So number 1, listen to your body / rest days. This was probably the first thing I wrote down because personally this has had the most impact on my running journey. You know, when I first got into running, I was all in the David Goggins mindset. No rest days. Rest days are for the weak. I actually recorded a video and I said, oh, cavemen didn't take rest days, so why should we? And then I got in that terrible mindset, terrible habit. I do not recommend this. So, long story short, that ended up leading me to an overuse injury and unable to run for about 4 months. So, always take your rest days. Even now, I have a mandatory 1 rest day a week. This is I just started running. You know, if you've been running your whole life, you can probably get away with these run streaks, running every single day. Someone like me who just started running, I've been running for a year, you need rest days. You can't just jump to 50 plus miles a week and expect your body to just acclimate. It's not how it works. Your tendons, your joints, these things take time to realize what's happening, and you really need to slowly increase your mileage. If you're trying to get into distance running, that is, you need to slowly increase your mileage, like add 5, maybe 10 miles a week until you get to where you want to be. Just don't overdo it. I have a problem where even if I run 9 miles, 10 miles plus, some days I'll feel like I didn't do enough. And it's not a good place to be. So take that for what it's worth. Definitely take your rest days. So now my protocol, 1 day a week, mandatory rest day. And I just really listen to my body and go off how I feel. This morning, definitely super sore, but there wasn't pain. And I think that's another very important thing. You need to learn how to differentiate pain and soreness, because you never want to run through sharp pain. I've read online, if it's more than a 3 out of 10 on the pain scale, do not run. Stop immediately. I was limping for 2+ months, couldn't run for 4 months because I ran 1.6 miles in like 10 out of 10 pain, thinking, oh, just keep running. It's a mind thing. No, it's not. It's not a mind thing. I promise you that. No matter how strong you think you are mentally, at some point your body's going to give out, and I don't care how much mental toughness you have. That's just that. All right, number 2, let's get going, because we may be dragging. I don't know. Number 2, sleep is your best friend. I cannot overstate the importance of sleep, even if you don't run. Just in general, you should be getting at least 7 hours every single night. If you're not, you're actively doing a disservice to your body and your mind. Sleep makes you feel better in every aspect of life. Sleep helps regulate your hunger, your fullness. This could be a 15-minute video just about the importance of sleep. You need to get your sleep. That's when a majority of your recovery is going to happen. If you're trying to run 50 plus miles a week, you really need to prioritize your sleep. And what that looks like for me, try to be in bed 8 p.m. most nights, honestly. And if I'm in bed, 9 p.m. comes around, 9 p.m. is where I'm locking my phone, putting it on the nightstand. Not getting into all that. So get your sleep. It's super important. You don't want to neglect your sleep, because that can snowball and start causing havoc on like every area of your life. Even, I average close to 9 hours every night, and if I get 7 hours, I'm unhappy. I'm not happy with 7 hours. We can do better. Number 3, eat when hungry. Don't overthink things. Let me preface all of this with saying I struggled with a binge eating disorder at one point. I struggled with obsessing over weighing your food, obsessively counting calories, obsessively tracking macros. And those 2-3 months where I was obsessed with it was some of the most mentally draining time of my life. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So now the only rule I have for myself is I have to eat a gram per pound of body weight of protein per day. So for me, 180, 190 grams of protein a day. I just rounded up to 200. It's not that difficult. Whey protein is very cheap. You can easily do just 2 scoops with some water. There's 50 grams of protein. You got it. So eat when hungry and don't overthink things. When I started to lose weight and get the physique that I wanted, I would worry about, oh, should I eat this? Should I eat this? No, of course you should. You can. What I do, I eat anything I want, and obviously that there's caveats there, but I really do eat whatever I want, and that's not to say I'm eating honey buns all day every day. When you stop restricting yourself, and I don't have cheat days, I don't have cheat meals, I literally eat whatever I crave at any given time, and what that has resulted in is me not craving the bad stuff like ever, to be honest. I'm eating mostly real whole foods that make me feel good and taste amazing. Apples, ground beef, chicken, stuff that grew from the ground or had a mom and dad. That's what you should try and focus your diet on. And basically what I'm with this point, with running, when you're doing 50 plus miles a week, you're burning a lot of calories. You need to be eating sufficient calories to fuel your body to recover all these things. Do not start trying to watch what you're eating if you're trying to progress in running. You need to fuel your body, and yeah, obviously watch what you're eating. I'm not. Hopefully you know what I'm getting at. Don't overthink things. You need to fuel yourself. Figure out your BMR. Try to add some on top of that to take up for if you're running a lot. 10 miles every day, that does add up. 4, fuel/hydration. When I began running, I was scared of stomach cramps, so I would never eat before any run whatsoever. That has completely shifted. I am trying to now. I try to eat as much as I can because the difference is just night and day when you're fueled versus when you're not. I ran my first marathon alone around my neighborhood, and I think I had no hydration, but I brought like a bag of dried mango. I say that to say, this real marathon that I'm doing at Richmond, I'm going to smash it because my hydration, my fuel will be on fucking point. I'm not doing be tough. No, there's a science behind this. And if you want to get good, you need to learn the science and do the things that the good people recommend you to do. Shout out David Roshi. Number 5, shoes. And then in parentheses, experiment and find what works for you. For the first 8 months of my running, I ran in the same pair of shoes, the Nike V2K Runner. Probably never heard of it. It's a $70 shoe that they threw on sale. Looks pretty good. And yeah, I ran in that. I thought I loved it. This is the crazy part. This is why I wrote this down. I thought I loved it. I even told my brother, oh, this is the best shoe. It's $70. Works pretty well. Then I got the Asics Nova Blast 5. I can't even put on the old shoes anymore. I refuse to wear them. I still have a new pair that have never been worn, and I refuse to wear them just because it feels like my feet are in prison. The Asics Nova Blast 5 are, so if that old Nike shoe, to rate it, that's like a 4, the Nova Blast is a 10. That's how big the difference is. So I say that you should experiment and don't be like me and try and be frugal. Try and experiment and find what works for you because everything has changed once I tried out Asics Nova Blast. Oh my gosh, my feet feel a million times better in every possible way. I really cannot give enough credit to that shoe. Shout out Asics. All right, number 6, most important one. Have fun. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. You know, I hate to bring up David Goggins again. He's a huge inspiration to me. He talks about every morning, first thing I do is run. Why? Because I hate it. And that, I don't understand that. And I mean, I understand the do hard shit, but I love running. Running, there's so much joy in it. I get out there, sometimes I cry, I'm so happy. Getting your favorite music in your headphones, just vibing along, screaming the lyrics. Whatever comes to your mind, you can sit with it, face it right there. Every problem in your life just gets put on pause when you're running. Please have fun. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong, and I truly believe that. It's not supposed to suck. I mean, workouts, hard threshold runs should suck a little bit, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. This isn't a competition to see who can suffer the most. This is a way to improve your life and improve yourself in all facets. You're becoming stronger mentally, physically, spiritually. And let me end with this. I've grown more in the past year than I have in 20 years of life before this, and I truly credit that to running. Anything you want to learn about yourself, you can find out if you just go run. You know, there's nothing I love more than Saturdays for long runs, 2-3 hours plus out there. You know, we're Thursday. We're going this Saturday. We got a long run, 18 miles, doing it with 2 friends. And this is another thing I'm super happy about. My friend Eddie, he started running. I assume, yeah, because of my content and everything. And now he's started creating content, and it's just beautiful. I love the inspiration. I love seeing people happy and growing. And this sport has done so much for me. It saved my life. I owe my life to running. I truly believe that. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you got this far, shout out all my subscribers. We're almost at 100 subscribers. Shout out all my TikTok followers. We are almost at 5K. That blows my mind. And shout out to Instagram. We're almost at 1K. So keep at it. Never give up. If I can do it, that means you can do it too. Because if you even knew me in real life, you would know this is like a winning lottery ticket. What's happening in my life right now. It shouldn't happen. This makes no sense. Like I'm constantly pinching myself. So have a good day. I'm just chilling here at work. Yeah.